Hi, Instagram. Oh my goodness. I've been meaning to come and have this conversation with you for a few days. I was planning on coming on this morning, and then, y'all, I was just hot mess this morning. I was complete hot mess this morning. Our water cut out because something happened with the main water tank in town where we live here in this little surf town in Costa Rica. So we didn't have water. I couldn't shower. I was like hot mess, sweaty Costa Rican mess all day today. And then finally the water came back on. So you know me, y'all, I did the dishes. I did some cooking, got some things done, and ended up showering. I planned on coming on, but we had to run some errands, and then I just went to the beach. So I just got back from a beautiful evening sunset beach walk with Mama, and I wanted to come on and have this very important conversation with you that I've been meaning to have with you for a while. And if you've been watching my stories, you've probably seen me talking about this one or two or maybe a few times. But this has been alive for me, and this has been really, really real for me in my life, in my world, in the situations and things that are coming up in my reality. And what is real is this question and me reflecting on this idea of who am I when things are difficult, right? Who am I when things are not easy? Who do I choose to be in the face of challenges and difficulties and pain and discomfort and maybe some of the hardest things I've ever faced in my life? Who am I? And this is the question that I want to share with you, and I want to invite you to begin asking yourself this question, because a question like this has the potential to improve the quality of your life so much if you ask questions like this intentionally. So reflect on this. Who are you when things are hard? When they get difficult? When things don't go your way? Let me explain a little more. So for me previously, the thing is we've got to become aware of our habits and our patterns. When we get into certain situations, what are our habits and what are our patterns, right? What do we default back to all of the time? This is going to show us where our conditioning is. This is going to show us what's going on within us. This is going to show us habits, paradigms, belief systems. It's going to show you all of your patterns. So when I asked myself this question, who am I when things get hard? I started reflecting on who I was previously when things got hard in my life versus the version of myself that I choose to be when things get hard now. Because I did not always handle things the way that I do now. And I'm continually learning and growing through my own challenges to try to just navigate things in a better way and in a way that actually produces the results that I desire and brings deeper meaning and purpose and fulfillment into my life. Because this is what is really important to me, is creating a higher quality of life, and not only a higher quality of life, but my highest quality of life through being the best woman and human and leader and friend and family member and lover and all of the things that I can be. So that's where questions like this come into play and become so powerful for us in our lives. Because a question like this can hold so much room for your growth and your expansion and your evolution as an individual, but we've got to be willing to get honest with ourselves. So I had to start getting really honest with myself about my habits and my patterns, my habitual ways of being, the things that I kept falling back into that were no longer serving me, the ways of being, the reactions, different things like this. So let me give you a very clear example. In the past, when things would get hard in my life, I would lock right into my avoidant attachment style. I would pretend it didn't exist. I would hide from it. I would bury it. I would ignore it. I would literally just distract and not do anything about it. And what would happen is these things that were hard is they would get harder. They would get more challenging. They would grow. The situation would get worse. Until eventually I got to a point where I was willing to take personal responsibility and decide how I was going to move forward in that situation instead. Because the way that I had been moving or not moving forward with it previously obviously wasn't working for me. So I noticed this pattern in some areas of my life. Back in the day, a few years ago, it was with finances. I would like literally ignore creditors calling me. When I owed payments and I couldn't make payments, I would ignore the phone calls. I absolutely don't do this anymore because I recognize that, like I said, ignoring it didn't solve it. Ignoring it didn't help it. Ignoring it didn't serve me in any way. It just made the issue fester and get larger and more challenging, and it weighed on me more and more. Weighed on me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. All of that takes a toll on us. So by seeing this pattern and getting really clear and honest with myself about that, I was able to ask myself then, okay, where else in my life is this type of thing showing up? Where else in my life do I have this avoidant pattern? Where else in my life do I ignore things that are challenging? Where else in my life do I fail to rise to the occasion to do something that feels difficult instead of being brave or courageous or believing that I can, right? So I started seeing how this pattern of like avoidance and unwillingness to do things that challenged me and things that felt hard and things that felt difficult and things that were scary, this was showing up in almost every other area of my life in one way or another. This is because how we show up in one area, it's always going to be reflected in every other area to some level. So if you're avoidant in one area, I guarantee you that's showing up in every other area of your life to some extent. So are you the type of person who desires to be avoidant or shut down or turn off or hide or whatever your unique patterns may be when things get hard and when things get difficult? Or who do you desire to be instead? This is what I really want to invite you to reflect on and think about and get real with yourself about, and allow yourself to make some changes and transformations in these areas of your life. Look at these patterns, look at these habits, look at these paradigms and this conditioning that you naturally get pulled back into. Nobody else can break those cycles and those patterns and those habits for you, but you can recreate them for yourself and for your future, and for anybody that you may eventually pass down conditioning and habits and paradigms and all of these things to, which would be like your offspring, children, maybe family, maybe you have like younger brothers or sisters or cousins or something, anyone you have an influence on. So this is the biggest thing. My dogs are going to go crazy in the background, but it shouldn't be too bad. So this is the biggest thing that has been showing up in my life, like in so many areas of my life lately. And it's like, you got to keep getting real with yourself about who you are going to choose to be when things get hard, right? So think about that. Hello, Kimberly. Oh my goodness. I love all the new connections I've been able to make with y'all here in Instagram world. It is so fun. Instagram live and like being real active on Instagram is kind of new to me. I was more of a Facebook woman before for business and things, but I love it here. Y'all are amazing. I'm so happy. So this is what I want you to reflect on. This is what I invite you to reflect on, is who are you when things get hard? Who are you in the face of challenge? Who are you when things are not easy? Who do you choose to be? How do you choose to lead yourself? Right? What version of you are you going to choose to show up as? Because that is always, always, always within our power and within our control as individuals. We are the leaders of ourselves. We are the leaders of our lives. Nobody else can lead any of that for us. We've got to save ourselves. We've got to lead ourselves, and we've got to do that in the direction of the things that we actually desire if we want to have a life that is truly meaningful and fulfilling for us on the deepest levels. So if these types of conversations like light you up and you love it so much and you want more of these types of dialogues and these questions and these prompts and these conversations, I invite you to message me and send me a message and say mentorship, or just say, hey, let's talk about what you're doing. I have a couple of I have lots of opportunities to come and work with me in my world. I mean, I have the beauty business, which you see here on this account. I also have an entire mentorship and healing business over on my other account. There are tons of ways to come in and work with me all the time. However, the easiest way to come in and play in this type of mentorship and support and in a group of people who are having next level conversations like this, who are really working toward freedom and fulfillment and joy and impact and our highest quality of life in all areas, we're getting real with ourselves to create that. It's not like there's no easy route to it. So when you come and work with me, you're gonna see the real grit that it takes, the real work that it takes to be free and create fulfillment and create success in your world, in your life, in your reality, for your future. No fluff. No fluff. So the first way, come and check out these beautiful hair products that I'm using. Okay, first of all, this is motorcycle hair, beach hair, sweating all day hair. I washed yesterday, so we're pretty fresh. But y'all, best mermaid hair of my life, and it's an absolute mess at this time of day. But y'all have seen me posting about my hair journey. You've seen me posting about these products. If you haven't, go and peek a little closer. Take a look at my stories. The first way you can come in and hang out and play and have more of these types of conversations is come and try these products with me. Let me get you a customized hair routine. Switch out your hair products. Start using the #1 anti-aging hair care in the entire world. Non-toxic, gluten-free, made to European Union standards. They're the cleanest and the best products you're going to get your hands on at this point in time. We can get you a customized hair routine to help you reach all your hair and beauty and confidence goals over time. The second thing is, you've probably heard me seen me posting about this mentorship, about this community, about this support system, about the people I'm surrounded with, about team calls, about all of these things, about this income opportunity with this beauty business. So that's the second option, to come and play, come and get mentorship and support and surround yourself with literally some of the highest level leaders I've ever had the privilege of being surrounded by. And I've got 7+ years in the coaching and mentorship and healing industries. Y'all, I never found support like this in all of the years that I've been paying for mentorship. I'm getting world-class mentorship through this beauty business that I could not find anywhere else for years. It is mind-blowing, and it has absolutely transformed the woman that I am today and the woman that I will continue to become into the future, because I get to surround myself with quality leaders every single day of my life. It's the greatest gift. It is the greatest gift. That's the second way that you can come in and play, grow, expand, get some mentorship, get some support, create a completely new future for yourself through an opportunity, an income stream, a way of impacting and serving and helping and supporting others. So I'm not going to get into too many details. I actually have a team call to get on here in about 3 minutes. So I am going to run. But if something I chatted about here with you today resonates with you, calls to you, look at this. If you want so much new baby hair growth, if you have any growth or hair thickness, any hair concerns, any hair problems, I can absolutely help you. But yeah, these are my baby hairs. This is all of my new growth since I switched out my products just a few months ago. Absolutely insane. So yes, if something here calls to you, send me a message. Say hair if you want to change out your hair products. Let me help you. No more joking around here. We no longer use products that are harmful to our bodies and to our lives. So come and switch your products out, number one. Number two, if you're interested in this business opportunity, if you're interested in mentorship, send me a message and say mentorship, okay? And we will chat. I'm here to support you and walk with you and hold you through it all. We rise together. I'll see you all in the next one.